Good evening, everyone. I'm Nathan, here with my wonderful wife, Laura.
Hi.
And here's another board game haul of all the games we've bought and received into our collection since the last haul update.
Which was really not that long ago, so the last haul we did was kind of all of last year, 2020. So
Yeah.
we didn't, even though it looked like a lot of board games in that video, that took us like almost a year to acquire those. Because of COVID-19, we didn't go out anywhere to buy things. This...
I know what you're going to say.
This haul, however, is bigger. We've gotten them much quicker, but...
But, I know what Laura's going to say. Laura's mother's trying to clear out house.
Yes.
And she said we could take all of Laura's childhood board games that she had.
And some of the board games my mum owned before I was even born. So
Yes.
we've got a couple of old ones, a lot of my childhood favourites.
And a couple that I'm really forward to reviewing and playing.
Yes. So yeah, we didn't buy all of these, but they are all coming into the collection. So shall we get started and share with you everything that is new for... Well, new for our collection anyway.
So we have Snow White.
Starting off small.
Snow White Matchup. It's just a little...
Of course.
It's an official card game.
Yep.
And it's just...
It's kind of like memory, I think, or something. Matching something. I don't know, it's been
It's
a long
very,
time
very
since I
small,
played
by
it.
John Sands.
Yeah. It was a childhood one. It's been a long time.
Now, Laura's really excited to receive this, because Laura loves Monopoly.
This is awesome, yeah. So this is Monopoly Express card game. This one in particular was through a Kellogg's, the brand Kellogg's.
Hence the Kellogg's card at the front there.
Like mail in. You had to like buy lots of products and then mail in like the receipts.
So it's
or
probably pretty
barcodes
hard
or
to
something.
find these days. I mean, this version anyway.
Yeah, so it's actually fun to play as well.
And then we have Jig Quiz from Jigsaw. It's a card game.
It's a word game really more than a card game. You've got to like pick words for categories.
Pretty much.
Just quickly, something that is not over Nathan's
Oh,
side.
yes.
It's not technically a board game, but this is the Disney's Giant Game Board book. It's meant to have a little electronic part up here
Yes.
that is unfortunately missing. It kind of came off a little easy.
Yeah, well, I think it's just stuck on with a bit of glue, so...
But this has different board games on every page, so it's really big. It's hard to fit on camera. Just from a lot of the classic Disney movies.
Hopefully
Lion King, Beauty and the Beast.
We hope the electronic part's still at your mother's house. It's just fallen off my cupboard somewhere.
We just couldn't find it, so there's more. Hopefully we will review this if we can find that other part.
Now here's another childhood favourite of Laura. Mystery Garden. It's a Ravensburger game, so it's a good quality one. Do you want to explain it? I haven't played it.
You basically just have to ask questions. So one person will have an item that's hidden in the garden, and you have to ask to find out what it is before you make your way up the garden path.
Now, I'm probably not going to play with this, Laura, because apparently Laura had actually memorised everything in the game, so Laura could easily just guess.
Yeah, I know, like, if you're halfway through and half the cards are gone, I know exactly what's left and what matches what questions and things, so... I've played it a lot when I was little.
Here's a cool one with lots of awesome pieces.
So this is one you actually bought. This is not.
This is a bought one. It's a Piratissimo.
Piratissimo? Maybe.
It's about gathering treasure, and you've got like little actual wooden boats you can put your little treasures on. So
yeah.
It's actually really well made.
Nice pieces, yeah.
Haven't played it yet though. We only got that one recently.
It's a brand new one, yeah.
Here's another brand new one I got for our son who is starting school soon. Fraction Action, the board game, with massive hair on the back.
Yeah. Nothing more fun than fractions.
Look, our son is actually quite into sort of maths and that things at the moment, so at least while he's into it, try and foster that love.
Yep. Help him learn.
Now here's another Laura classic from Laura's childhood.
No, it's not. So this is one my mum owned. She didn't want to play it anymore. She prefers normal Yahtzee. But this is the word version of it. I don't remember playing this. My mum says I have, but...
I don't know.
I have no memory of it.
I played a few times, and I'm not very good with the words in the head and all that, so... The words in the head.
The words in the head, yeah, right.
Yeah, Laura knows this one.
Yeah, so this one is in a few different languages, but the English one is called Collect the Chicks. You have little magnetised chickens and hens, and you have to go around and find which magnets match your chickens and which ones repel.
Yeah, so the ones that are repelled aren't your chicks, you've got to find your other ones. So it's a neat little game. I don't know the brand though. It must be, obviously, it's some sort of European or something.
Brand,
so.
yeah. A really good fun kids one, actually.
Here's a recent one I bought. It's just Treasure Island, or not
Treasure Pirate.
Sorry, I'm looking on the back. There's all different languages.
Yeah.
It's a Lego game which doesn't actually include any Lego pieces.
Which is unusual. Most of the newer Lego board games do have actual Lego in
Yeah,
them.
so I've actually looked. We haven't played it. I've looked inside. And it looks a bit cheap. So I'm sure there'll be a review of that sometime. You can sort of find out.
Of course. We'll review all of these eventually if you stick around the channel long enough.
Hey, look, it's Rummy.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like Rummy. So we don't actually own like a Rummy set. Yeah.
I think we had Uno Rummy at some point.
Yeah, we did. But we have Rummy now.
And it's one of the newer Star Wars Monopolies.
There's a few of these. We actually already own, I think, the Collector's Edition and maybe
the
one
original
other
trilogy.
one.
Yeah, this one's got a round board and plays slightly different.
Yep.
I'm sure that'll come up at some point.
Another one to review. We can say about every single
Here's
one.
a favourite of Laura's, an actual favourite.
Yeah, this is a childhood one. You have to turn everything from Cinderella, like the pumpkin and Cinderella herself, and change it into, the version for her to go to the ball. So.
And it's by Murphy Regency, who does a lot of more locally Australian games.
It's not one that you hear of very often either. I've never really heard anyone else mention it. So.
Sequence. I think this has been around for a lot, like 30 or 40 years. This was just a cheap one I picked up at an op shop. Haven't played it yet, but I keep seeing it everywhere, including all. It's still brand new. You can buy it. So I don't know. Sequence.
Sure.
It's
Laura. Quite heavy, actually.
It really is. Hey, look, it's a cheap roulette wheel.
Yep, that one came from my mum's. I don't know why we had it because my mum doesn't really have any.
It looks like it came from Clint's Crazy Bargains. Is that what it was?
Yeah. There's a price sticker.
If you're Australia and you're old enough, you probably know that shop.
Yeah.
And here's one I used to have, as well as Laura.
Yeah.
So it's I would say it's
kind of like a Monopoly type game, but it's its own thing. Who's the richest? This is, I think, the travel version. I think there's an actual board game version. This one's like a plastic travel case sort of thing.
This is the one I had when I was younger too.
Yeah, same. So let us know if there's another version of it.
This is Tricky Fingers.
This is a noisy game.
So I suppose if you've seen our review, Rubik's Race, you've got to there's a pattern and you've got to use your fingers underneath the balls to get them in the right sort of pattern.
Yeah, and the first one to do that wins, and you can play it in as many rounds as you want. It's only a 2-player game, which you don't see a lot of.
Apparently, according to Laura's mother, Laura's too good at it.
Yeah. I don't remember the last time my mum won, although I don't remember the last time I played it either, so.
Wheel of Fortune. What edition is this?
This is the 4th edition. So this is one I had. I haven't played it in a while. It's been at my mum's house. But you'll see there's another Wheel of Fortune Nathan actually just bought just before we picked up this one from my mum.
You're saying this is newer, right?
Yeah, well, this is the 4th edition.
No,
We've got the 2nd edition.
That's not right. Would you like to know why? Because this is 1987 and the one I've got is 2003. So,
I don't know.
Who's that?
Maybe it's like the 4th edition with that host or something.
Look at that 7 symbol for the TV.
Yeah. This is the Australian Wheel of Fortune, we should add. Yeah. There's American releases of it as well.
Littlest Pet Shop.
The old original Littlest Pet Shop.
Yeah, not the one with the weird big eyes and like yuck.
No, the original one. Really cool. It actually has Littlest Pet Shop pets in it, like physical toys that you have to try and get from the pet store. So there's one of them. Yeah.
I don't know if it's focused, but
another good childhood one.
Well, we'll get to that one. And here's one that Laura loves, but I detest the cover because it reminds me of Cabbage Patch Kids, and they're a bit gross.
Yeah, so this is Cluedo Jr. Again, another childhood one of mine. You have to solve the mystery of, I think, the missing pet.
Yep.
It's just really cool. There's like things under the board that you need a little decoder to see, and so if you get clues, you get to look at them. It's a lot of fun.
Now, we actually have another Cluedo Jr. too.
It's little Junior Cluedo Detective
which
or
is
something.
Completely different, which did we review or not?
I can't remember.
Did we review and haven't put it up? I don't know, you'll see it at some point.
Yeah, you'll see all of them at some point, I keep saying.
Global Pursuit.
This is a trivia one about things around the world. A lot of the facts are probably not that accurate anymore. Yeah, you don't like this sort of game. I didn't really play it a lot when I had it, so...
It's heavy and loud.
It's also big. It's kind of an awkward one to store, unfortunately.
Hey look, it's Simpsons Monopoly. I paid $3 for it somewhere there.
So this is the regular Simpsons.
We've done a review of the electronic one. Did we do a review of the regular one?
No, we haven't reviewed this or the electronic one, I don't think.
I'm positive we did the electronic. Anyway, go take a look.
We have the electronic one though, so...
it's a really nice theme board and pieces compared to some of the newer ones these days, so...
Yeah.
Alright.
Sorry about me leaning off. I've just got to put all the games down. Oh,
It's
sorry.
one of the parody games that Hasbro released.
Yeah, so these were actually quite a bit more recent. This is the parody of Clue or Cluedo as we know it here. Lost in Vegas. We haven't played it. It's still sealed. We bought this at Coles supermarket in Australia not that long ago, so looking forward to giving it a shot.
It might as well just be called Clue Hangover Edition, to be honest.
Yeah, well, that's very true.
I'm coming. Another one we brought at Coles or Woolworths.
Yeah, Monopoly Jackpot. This is a totally different gameplay to a normal Monopoly.
Yeah,
you have a jackpot wheel to spin.
I'm not entirely sure. It's very loosely based on Monopoly, maybe.
Yeah.
It's an interesting one. We'll, as per usual, get to it, but I'm not to think about that one.
But we do love Monopoly.
Forget it.
Yeah, so another game.
It's a dice game.
It's kind of an older dice game. I think you have to collect points from memory. It's been a long time.
But if you
since
spell
I played
forget
this
it, I
one.
think you lose points. It's just, it reminds me of like Pass the Pig, where if the pigs land in a certain position, you lose the points. So it's a sort of a gambling
nice
game.
and compact though.
Here we have the Monopoly dice game, which we've already lost dice, and when I bought it, it was already missing dice. So there's somewhere. It's literally
A Monopoly sort of dice.
you can't really see it, but yeah, you roll the dice, and depending on what you roll, you add properties and things like that. I don't know if we're going to be able to review it because we are missing some dice, which is a bummer.
Hopefully we can track them down. I don't know.
Open Sesame Seed.
So Open Sesame card game. This is new for us. You just bought this recently, and we haven't had a go yet.
It's
so
it's Australian made and owned game, and you have to be the first to make the magical words Open Sesame.
interesting.
Another new one we actually played because we wanted to play it.
This is awesome. Yeah, this is a brand new one. I think it just came out maybe last year.
Yeah, Ramen Fury. You've got to make bowls of ramen, and depending on what ingredients you put on, you get different points.
Yep, really fun.
I just like messing Laura's bowls of ramen up.
Too many chilies. Alright.
Here's a Christmas present. Was this from Santa?
Yes, this is what
Of
Santa
Santa.
got us. Yep.
So it's one of the Carcassonne expansions. This one's Count, King and Robbers.
Yep, expansion number 6.
We haven't had time to play it. Carcassonne generally takes a while to play, and it's been a pretty busy year.
But well worth it. Good fun. We're still missing, I think, 1 or 2 expansions. I hope we'll track those down.
Was it the wheel or something?
No, the Catapult. I think it's an expensive one because they haven't remade it. So
And then here we have the Mario and Luigi board, or Ouija board, or Ouija. This is one of the original releases. Not really a board game per se, but it's hilarious. When we get around to this, we're going to have to read the back of the box.
It's interesting how they describe what it is. Kind of squished, as you can see. It's really old, and my mum had this. So
why did your mum have it?
I don't know.
She's not even into that sort of stuff.
She's not. So.
Now, this next one that I'm not going to show you, because if I show you now, then Laura can put it behind her. Beautiful.
I don't know what he's talking about. Haunted House.
You mean which?
Yeah, so this is interesting because we've reviewed a game called Haunted House on the channel before, which is similar but different in a few ways. So people from other countries might know this version as Witch Witch because it plays exactly the same. It's the cover from Witch Witch.
It's just rebranded.
But yeah, it was called Haunted House here in Australia. So really old game, really awesome game though. So really happy to have that now.
Behind us.
Okay, goodness. We don't want to damage that one.
Oh yes, good old catchphrase. Burjo's catchphrase?
No, not based on the TV show. It's a word game, and there's a really loud, annoying timer in it that beeps faster when you're running out of time. So
yeah, we opened it up and found there was old batteries rolling around that exploded. That was fun.
never a good idea.
Here's another new one that I bought. Haven't played yet because it's actually 3 players plus.
There's only 2 of us.
It's Gang of 4. Apparently it's a really popular game in Hong Kong. Supposedly. I don't know. But yeah. I look forward to having a go when we have more than 2 people.
Yes, our kids are a little bit young.
Oh my god.
One.
Oh.
This one's quite heavy. So this is our 2nd edition of Wheel of Fortune. You picked up secondhand recently, so now we have 2 different versions.
Because apparently everyone really likes watching our TV show board games. I don't know why.
There's a lot of them out there, and they're all just kind of the same as each other, but they're interesting to have a look at. That's alright, I've got room.
And here's another childhood favourite of Laura.
Yes, this is AdMad. There's a VHS tape in there that you watch that has old commercials on it. You answer questions about them. It's kind of like Trivial Pursuit, but for Australian advertising.
And there's a whole bunch of things these days that run off DVD which have the same sort of...
Very cool.
Oh, and my favourite game. Casino Vegas board game.
Yep. It's full of different like casino games, like
but it's actually
blackjack and things like that.
But it's actually a board game around it, with mini games playing the actual like.
Yeah.
It's such an odd thing. Take
but
it away.
It exists.
Oh, and Laura loves this. Laura's really good at this game.
Ah, no, this is something Nathan bought.
So this is Girl Talk Jenga edition. It's like you pull a block out, instead of like truth or dare, it's like, you know, name someone you have a crush on right now.
Ooh.
Describe one of your secret talents. It's called cheating at board games.
Yeah,
What is your worst fear?
I'm not a fan of Jenga, and pink is probably my least favourite colour.
Look at this thing. Feel the microfiber like stacking sheet. Oh, you've sold me on that.
Yeah, they normally come with like a cardboard one or something, if they come with one at all. But
apparently it was a Toys R Us exclusive.
Sure.
Based on the TV game show, it's Password Plus. I think it's the second edition. New first edition. Haven't played it yet. Looks boring as anything, but I'm a sucker for vintage games.
Nathan just buys everything, you see.
It's a word association game with challenging puzzles and fast action bonus round. Another Goodson Todman TV game.
It does not sound like Nathan's sort of game.
Here's one I bought just for Laura. Downton Abbey Clue.
Yeah, interesting that you found this here in Australia, because like I've sort of said before, it's Cluedo here for us. It's Clue in other places, but not for us. So
what was
weird
interesting?
that this was here.
I paid, I don't know if you can say it, $3 for that second hand. But when I opened the box, everything was still sealed. So I'm assuming it's an unwanted present of some sort. I don't know.
Probably. That's a TV show, Downton Abbey, by the way, if you haven't seen it.
Hey, look, it's the other parody game. It's Mystery Date Catfish.
Yeah, this one is quirky. I think is probably a good way to put it. It's mystery date, except weird things go on with your date, and things go wrong with your date.
Eating toilet paper and smoking in the pool and stuff like that.
Not those things exactly, but
weird.
Good fun. Hopefully we'll review that one soon.
Oh boy, the Babysitters Club game. Join the club.
Now, I actually read most of the Babysitters Club books when I was the age for them, and this was not a board game I had back then. This is one Nathan picked up for me recently, so can't wait to check that out.
It was $3 space dollars.
Yes.
And this is one that we picked up at some point but forgot about. It's based on Lotto, as in like Tats Lotto, as in you buy a ticket and you don't win. Tats Lotto.
Yeah. We realised we hadn't featured this in either our collection video or our last haul. So we've actually had this for like a really long time. It just got hidden away by mistake. So yeah, another one that we still haven't played because we forgot we had it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Wow, that went quicker than I expected for such a large volume.
So that takes our board games to at least over 300 now.
Yeah, we'll need a new count at some point.
Boy.
Not anytime soon, but yeah, so if you enjoyed watching this video, give us a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the reviews and playthroughs and things of all these new ones that we've just picked up.
Summon some spirits with the Ouija board.
Yay! And let us know in the comment section down below which of the ones we featured today you want to see us review first, because, you know, if you're interested in something in particular, we're taking requests. Do that soon. Why not? Thanks for watching.
Bye-bye.